Now we're going to do some combination problems. We're going to do solving an equation when we have a number of issues. So we're going to talk about something as we move forward. You may have noticed that for most of the examples, all of the answers were even numbers equally divided. Well, algebra, like life, things get messy. So there are times when we're going to have answers that are not whole numbers. There'll be decimals, there'll be fractions, and that's okay. I don't want you to get so accustomed to having whole numbers that you think that if the answer doesn't come out as a whole number, it's wrong. So to discipline myself, I'll make sure to just randomly choose problems. Sometimes they'll be even when they come out, sometimes they won't. So let's look here. We've got 3x minus 4. Now there's something that we have to talk about, the order of operations that you've probably already had. And that was parentheses first, then we have exponents, we have multiplication and division, we have addition and subtraction. And we do these in a certain order. And you may even remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Well, when we're solving these types of equations, we have to go in a particular order as well. We can't divide this x by 3 to get rid of this 3 because we'd also have to divide this 4 and we'd have to divide this 12. When you have an expression on one side and you have either an expression or a value on the other side, when you multiply or divide, every term gets multiplied or divided. It's like the use of the distributive property. If I multiply this side by 3, every term gets multiplied. So to make our life easier, we're going to attack this problem first by getting rid of this 4. So it's connected by subtraction, so we add. Okay? This one goes away. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side, and now we end up with this. Now we have something that we can work simply. We have one term on this side, a coefficient and a variable. We divide both sides by 3, that cancels, and we end up with 16 over 3. Now you can turn this into a mixed number if you like. 3 goes into 16 5 times with a remainder of 1, giving us 5 1/3. Either of these answers are acceptable. Let's look at another one, a little bit more difficult. Let's have 3 fourths y minus 12 equals 11. Okay, let's do a little bit of cleaning up in here. And a little bit more over here, just to make it easier. Okay, so again, if we were to get rid of this 3/4 by multiplying by the reciprocal, we'd have to do it by every term. And that's not helpful right now. So let's attack here. We add this 12. We add the 12 to this side because whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. Cross that out. We end up with 3/4 y equals 11 plus 12 is 23. Now we can multiply by the reciprocal. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side. Okay? And I may not have mentioned it before, but you should already know that any number you can write as that number over 1. So we're going to write this as 23 over 1. And we'll end up with 4 times 3 is 12, carry your 1, 92 over 3. And again, you can just leave it like that. So for these complex problems, you want to simplify as much as possible by handling the additions and the subtractions first. And then tackling getting rid of the coefficient in front of the variable.